What's up? How's it going? It's me, Kenny Roy, doing the AnimGym critique for the month of January 2015. We're going to jump right in. It's going to be a short one, only one entry again this month. Now let me say something. And you hear and you listen. The AnimGym, I do it as a public service. It's for you guys. And ostensibly on KennyRoy.com there are plenty of people, loads of people learning animation. And the opportunity, all you have to do is 2 seconds, 48 frames, 2 seconds of animation on top of what you're already doing to learn animation, and then you can get the critique at the end of the month. So please, guys, take advantage of the resource. I feel like I'm starting to preach to nobody here. All right, so give myself a haircut, making sure it's nice and even. I'm losing all my hair now. So let's jump in. Lorlan Arlen is the entry this month, and he gets the critique, or she. I'm not sure if that's a male or female name. I'm sorry about that. All right, let's watch it. Oh, that's annoying how it doesn't video. Here we go. All right, so the idea here, if I'm getting this correctly, the idea is that this character swings the axe and can't cut through the log. He misses the log. Okay. Even still, even if you are terrible at cutting wood, it would be basically impossible to slow it down. Basically, what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing him come over the top, and this arc it kind of slows down, or at the very least it stays almost totally even through the swing, where it should actually accelerate. Even if you're bad at swinging an axe, physics still applies to the axe the same. Okay, so he takes a little bit of a step, and yeah, there's really nothing that's taking that should be pushing the axe to resist that falling. Okay, a little bit of a broken neck right here. Pay attention. A lot of the why is that not working? Custom yellow. There we go. A lot of the free rigs online, and I think this is an AM rig, they have a tendency to have head isolated from the neck, and you should be moving those two pretty much together and then making customizations to the poses. Why did I do that? You don't want to just animate the head and then have to go back in and fix neck movement, because that's going to change head animation. Okay, or sorry, go in and fix head or neck pose, because that's going to change your head animation. It's better to pose using both the neck and head, especially when you have a neck that's very long like this and very skinny. It can look broken very quickly. You have a character standing in contrapposto, and that neck, you know, sticking out like this. You want to see if you can get something just a little bit more natural, you know, through that pose there. With this character, he's in a lot of motion, but at the end of this, it's stark enough. Pardon me. It's stark enough you know, a bad pose on here that I noticed it even at speed, that his neck is really broken. In fact, that's probably the most offensive frame. Okay, so neck and head actually working together a lot more. a little bit more offset with that weight. So he steps out with his leg, but take the weight onto his hips, and then back through his spine. Let that spine kind of like unravel and overlap a little bit more to show just how heavy that axe is that he's lifting over his head. It seems as though he's falling and he's curling his back as he's falling. Let me show you an example of that. So what it looks like is, instead of like taking this swing and with this little step, let me do it this way. With this little step, see how the parts of my body are working together, but they're offset from each other? It seems like your guy is able to, even with this over his head, bend his spine as he's stepping like this, which is just not as fun to look at, and I don't think it's quite as accurate a physical reaction through the body either. So I would offset that. I would offset the the time that the foot should hit the ground. The foot should be stretching out, reaching for the ground, and should hit the ground a little bit more on a fast in. Correct the arc of that axe, make it fast into the ground as well, space it out much bigger at the bottom of that arc, and a little bit more reaction through his body, but make some adjustments to the neck and head before you get anything done. Okay, thank you, man. Good work. I look forward to seeing more from you. For everyone else, get into the AnimGym. Don't delay. Time is now to get to work, all right? It's just 2 seconds of animation, and it's the best way to improve quickly. Or at least I think so, but what do I know? All right? Thanks a lot. I'm Kenny Roy. As always, rock on.